Hey everybody, this is Rex Toothman here to talk to you about how to build a custom PC. I'm going to get into details about everything you can think of that you'll need for a custom PC. First off, what are you going to need? Well, it all comes down to what kind of a PC are you trying to create? Are you trying to create one for gaming, for just work related, for video editing, game design, audio? All these things will come to mind when you want to build exactly what kind of PC that you need. The things that we're going to get into are the parts, all the different parts. What's so scary about the parts? There's too many of them, they're too confusing, they're so sensitive. These are common things that most people think about as the why they don't just build their own custom PC, normally going to the different places like the Dells and the Gateways and so forth. First off, when you're building one, is you want to look into what kind of case you want. What kind of size are you going to want? What's the function and the look that you're going for? When you're looking at the size, it's going to be where are you going to place it? Do you want it big? Do you want it small? That's the major things. How many different ports do you want into it? That's the big things of what you're looking for with cases. Next up is the CPU, or the processor, as a lot of people will call it to it. The two different types that are the main ones out there are between an AMD processor and an Intel processor. Now there's many different types of these, but the main thing that you really want to focus on, especially when dealing with price and so forth, is which of these two do I want, because which ones you pick will then go into other parts of building the PC. The big difference between the two for most users is the price. Intel costs more, but it's more effective. AMD costs less. It's still going to get what you need done, but not as well. The motherboard, another thing that goes into it, it's the main piece in it a lot of people don't really realize. The reason why you want to know your CPU first is the chipset that goes into the motherboard. You'll have to match up with your CPU that you picked. Also, the size you need to have for your case. So you put those two together, that's how you come up with what you'll need for your motherboard. Next up is a video card. What kind of video card do I need? What's the difference? NVIDIA makes the best for gaming. The Radeons are real good for different things. And then you have things like the Quadro and other video cards. They're better for the different processes, like for making the video editing, for if you're making 3D animations and so forth. And as saying, for gaming, you're going to go NVIDIA. For the other things, you might go with one of the other video cards and multiple screens. Different video cards will have that listed as the option. And if those are the kind of things you're looking for, that's the video cards they're going to be for you. RAM, why do you need it? How much do you need? Common questions. Easiest thing is with the DDR, you want you look at your motherboard, see what it can run, that's what you want to run. How much RAM do you need? You want to go between 8 to 16 to start off for the gigabytes so that you can run your processes and everything. Next up, you're going to need a hard drive. How much space you're going to need? How much are you willing to spend is more like it. Do you want a lot of space? Yes or no? Then you get the hard drive that you need to fit what you need it for. Not too much with that. But if you're looking to go for more speed, how fast you're wanting to go, how much more money do you want to pay? With the solid state, which is the SSD, they have extremely fast speeds, but they don't have as much space. The hybrids have more space, but not as much speed as the solid states. Both of these are still faster than the normal hard drive. Next thing you want to look into is the power supply. There are different types of power supplies. There's the modular, and then there's just the regular ones. What's the difference between those two? The modular, you can take and set in every single different power supply option that you have, as the one on the bottom left is showing on the screen. You just plug and play so that you don't have as many wires. Next, what you want to look for is what kind of keyboard do I need? There's more than one type. You have the mechanical and then the normal that everyone else uses. Mechanical ones are good because they have the faster reaction timing for your gaming, or for you if you just like hearing that clicking sound. Next up is mouse. What kind of mouse do I want? Well, price is a big thing and type is a big thing. If you're not really needing anything special, you can get an easy mouse for about 10 bucks. 20 bucks if you really want to spend. And then you also have the gaming mouses, which have a higher rate with the laser underneath to make them so they react a lot better. Next up thing in your ordering process is the monitor. What type of monitor do you want? Price and How many? Reason for how many? Some people like to have more than one monitor. The price is the biggest thing for the monitors right now because the better monitors, the better refresh rate and everything is going to cost a little bit more. Next up is the headset. What do I need it for? Well, if you can't think of anything, you might not need a headset. But with lots of people with the gaming community or with setting up videos, chatting with friends, making it easy for long distance relationships and so forth with Skype, headsets are great. Next up is the camera. Same question almost, is it really needed? Well, if you're going to be needing to talk to anybody or making videos such as this, you might need a camera. So, just like with any other mediums of looking for video and everything, the quality mixed with the price, get the camera that's right for you. Speakers, is it good to have for you? The real question is your living setup. If you have too much sound inside, say like an apartment, you might have to be turning the speakers down all the time, therefore it'll feel like a waste of money. But if you live in your own establishment area that you can turn sound all you want, it's a great investment. Sounds great, looks great, it's all good. And now that you know how to build or get the correct parts to build the correct PC for you, everything will be better. And that's what I have for you. Good night.